What if I wanted to know the 50th number in this sequence? Well, I will use this formula to find out. So here we go. If I want to know the 50th number in the sequence, isn't that number's place in line? Bang! So n equals 50. So you know everywhere I see n in this equation, guess what I'm going to replace it with? That's exactly right, 50. Now, u sub 1 is the first number in the line. What's the first number in my line up here? That's exactly right. And one last thing, what's the common difference? How much do I add or subtract to get to the next number in line? 5 minus 1 is? Exactly right. Don't get caught up with the PEMDAS. A lot of people are going to make this mistake. Parentheses first, then multiply, then add. Let me show you that real quick. Parentheses, multiply, add. And that 197 would be the 50th number in this line. Good job. Let me show you how to do these series problems and show you how it's a little bit different. Okay, here we go. Is it me? Am I working hard? It's hot in here, man. Here we go. Now, for sums, if I wanted to change this sequence into a series, or if I read and comprehended the problem to be a series or sum of type of problem, these are the equations that I would use. These are the formulas that are here for me. Now this S sub n, big S, means sum. So if I wanted to know the sum of this entire sequence, if I took this entire sequence and added every number together, what would be my grand total? This is how I'm going to find that out. Okay, so luckily for us, there are one or two different formulas for us to use to calculate the sum of this sequence of numbers. Now, depending on the information that's given to you in the problem, choose the appropriate formula. So let's talk. If I want to know the sum of the first 50 terms of this sequence, let's change n to 50. So I went ahead and I changed every n to 50. So there's some other things that I know. Remember what u sub 1 is, the very first number in my list. Isn't that a 1? So I went ahead and changed it here and I changed it there just so I can show you how we're going to get the same answer no matter which formula we use. Okay, what else do I need to know? D, the common difference. Remember what the common difference is here? How do I get from each number? How do I get from one number to the next? Add 4 plus 4. And now depending on which formula I'm using, that formula on that end, I need to know the last number of my sequence. So luckily for us, we calculated that in the last part. What's the last number of my sequence where n equals 50? What's the number for that? And there we go. This is arithmetic now. Let's do some PEMDAS real quick and see if we can't figure this out. The parentheses first. There we go. Or working 2 at a time. Here we go. Ooh, forgot something. Here we go. That's right. Or working 2 at a time. Here we go. Parentheses, work some stuff out. Still got some multiplying to do here. I think that's 196. And then after that 196, I'm going to just go ahead and add that 2 to it. Don't forget to bring this down. Well, you know what? 50 divided by 2 is 25. I'm going to do that in a second. Let me show you something over here. What's 50 divided by 2? And times 198, isn't that what it is? So both of these answers are the same as 4950 either way. So if I added up the first 50 numbers of this sequence, you know what the total sum would be if I added up the first 50 numbers? 4950. We're going to practice this more in class. Thanks for looking.